Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. I have been a cleaning fiend. I must admit, I feel like I've been missing in action from Instagram. So I'm going to have to start posting what I'm up to. The problem is I've been cleaning my room and there's not a really whole lot that's photogenic about cleaning your room. So, hold on. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to use oxide or ink. I think I want to use the ink. Problem with storing ever since I've learned that I should be storing my ink stamp pads upside down, to just lift them up and use them somewhere, pain in the neck, and then I'm having to check and make sure I've actually got it fully on top. Anyhow, I am sticking to it. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on the journaling board to go inside Juliet. Let me grab her. Here she is. Just so pretty. I realized yesterday that I didn't seal her yet. And you know what? It's not a big deal. If you ever find that you have to, that you forgot to seal the cover of your book, and the reason I would seal her is because I have distress ink on her, especially on this side. I have distress ink and other inks. So I will be sealing her. It's not a huge deal. I'll show you what I do, even though I'm not going to do it on camera. I just take a piece of paper, tuck your ribbons inside, like that. Put a piece of paper underneath, like that. And then I don't want the leather to get any sealant on it or the corners. And what I will simply do is put down some painter's tape, the low tack kind that's meant to pull up easily the way washi tape does. And I will just cover the leather part with painter's tape. Do my sealant. I use, because I will get people asking, what do you use? I use Mod Podge aerosol sealant. Unlike liquid Mod Podge, the aerosol sealant will dry smooth and not tacky. Liquid Mod Podge will still remain tacky because it's water-based. It will still absorb moisture out of the air. So if you live in a humid climate, it's not the most ideal final sealant to use. Definitely use it as a sealant. I like it gives texture and it can give a nice glow. For example, I will be using it today on this little baby. And there might be times where I would actually use the Mod Podge on here because I want brush strokes. But then I would still go over it with the aerosol Mod Podge. So you can find it at any of your craft stores or on Amazon. So that's what I would do. I would do one side. It dries very quickly. Do the other side, and you're good to go. So not a big deal. The overlapping all the guts will be fine. You could also simply just lay paper. If you didn't want to put tape, just lay some paper on top and tape it to the, do you know what I mean? You just want to stop any sealant, or at least I do. I don't want it on the leather. So that's what I will be doing. I'll do it off camera. Actually, if the sun comes out, I will do it outside. I find it has quite a strong smell. Let's leave this out. I am going to need this. So I want to do a little bit more work on the journaling board. I love it. I'm very happy with it. So when it goes inside to, to be used to be writing on, it will look like that, and it'll have that lace hanging out the bottom, and I'm in love. So that's nice. I want to make it look a little bit grungier on this side, and I want to do a little bit of collaging on it. And I'm going to use Mod Podge because I'm crossing my fingers that once I've inked this and then I Mod Podge it, I'm hoping that this will actually look like leather. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to get out some brushes. Twigs, beautiful. So I'm going to start with gathered twigs. I have a feeling I may switch over to walnut. Walnut is much darker. But, don't go in with the real dark right away. You might end up not enjoying it. So this will color those threads. I don't mind. And then what will happen is the distress ink, when the Mod Podge goes on it, it will wake it up a bit, and I find it moves it around on the page, and sometimes I don't like that, and sometimes that's exactly what I want it to do, which is this time, because I find that when I do that technique on like file board, that's when it gives it sort of a faux leather look, which I love. And I think I am going to want I don't want any on that lace, so I'm going to just block that. I think I am going to want the walnut, because this is not as dark as I wanted. Let's see. Let's give it a go. So, and that's why I chose not the oxide, because the oxide actually is designed to definitely get a reaction with water. I want these edges dark. Yeah, that's better. That's what I want. I want it grungy and grimy looking. Now I don't want that. I'm going to run it off so that I don't touch the lace. Yeah, definitely the walnut stain. It's just going to give it some depth and dimension. All right. Wowie, did I do cleaning yesterday. Now, you know what I think? I'm thinking I want to put these down first. There's no point doing all the Mod Podge and then doing my collaging. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm trying to talk and think at the same time, and that's not always possible with my brain. Pardon me. Just a tickle throat. So I'm trying to decide how I want this. I like to be able to see New York. This says New York on it at the bottom. Phoenix, New York. So I guess, I don't know, it's a faux train label. Not sure. I like that. I like the little baby in the tub. I have pictures of me in a basin like that for baths. My mother was a big believer in it. We usually had our baths in the kitchen sink for as long as we could. And definitely when we would go up to the cottage, because the kitchen had a pump in it, right in the kitchen. Boom, 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 you know, those. Yeah. Now these are already inked, and I think I like that. Trying to decide whether to glue them together and then put them down. I think I'm going to. Sorry, I've got the art glitter glue builds up on the pin, and then the pin doesn't get down deep enough into the point of the nozzle. All right, let's make sure that's good. Let's see if it's working. It is. All right, I like it like that. So I want it there. So it fits there. Oh, I don't want you on there. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, this isn't going to work. I think what I need to do is... Where's my pencil? There we go. Just so I know where I wanted it. So I like that. There's greens in this label, and there's greens in the basin that the baby's in. And then you, I wanted you about there. So I'll put a line there and a line there. That will help me. So if you're there, then I can glue that there. And if it doesn't work out, then I really shouldn't be so matchy-matchy anyways, should I? Lighten up, Catherine. It's not that important to be that precise. All right, and then if this little guy is going here, his head and the top. I should be doing this on a plastic bag so that I can lift it up again. Oh well, I'll lift it up very quickly. So I want to be able to see New York. I want his head covering that where they meet. I'm going to lift that up. There we go. Good. All right. So now they're all together. Then I could go ahead, Mod Podge, put this down, Mod Podge again. I just think that's fun. A little something to look at. And it won't interfere with, do I have enough of this? Yeah, I do. It won't interfere with if somebody wants to use this side for writing on. Sorry, I'm looking around for my paintbrush. I can't find my favorite paintbrush. Well, Mod Podge brush. Seriously. It's gone. Oh. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Pringles lid. Thank you, honey, for enjoying your Pringles. There we go. So, a little trick that I do, because as I said, this Mod Podge is going to wake up the ink, the distress ink that I've done around the edge. And I want a little bit of that, but I don't want a lot of it. So I'm actually going to start in the center and work my Mod Podge out. So I'm just blocking off the laces and ribbons so that I don't get any by accident on them. Snuggle it in underneath a bit. There we go. That's good. So what I'll do is take my Mod Podge and start in the center. I don't mind brush strokes. Some people like their Mod Podge very, very smooth. I like the character that brush strokes give. So I go right ahead and freely swish and swirl. This is matte Mod Podge. I find the glossy Mod Podge way too glossy, and I find the matte Mod Podge just perfect for what I like. I find it still is, there's a bit of a shine to it, enough that I like. And I've tried there's an ultra matte Mod Podge, which I have tried, and I didn't enjoy it. So, to each their own. Now this may bubble a bit. I don't care. I'm not that fussy about it. Again, I do enjoy the character of something that really truly looks a bit homemade. I don't want this to look like a factory made it. So I'm going to go around a bit, going to go over this. Get that baby all done. And then this will get sealed as well eventually because, as I mentioned earlier, this Mod Podge, especially where I live, will remain with a little bit of a tacky feeling. And then I just slowly move outwards so that should that ink wake up from the water-based Mod Podge, not a big deal. You can tell here, see the color that's, I don't know whether my camera's picking that up, but it's definitely, the ink is awake. Come on, thank you. If you start developing bubbles, I push down with my brush and just encourage that bubble to remember what you want it to do. So the swishing and swirling, again, it's on purpose. I like the swishing and swirling. And then you eventually have to just stop because it will start drying and then you can actually leave bad prints on your, because it'll start grabbing and getting tacky. There we go. And that's exactly what I was hoping it would look like. It's looking like leather now. Beautiful. I'm going to step away from that. I want rats. I thought I had a plastic bag here. I got a big sheet. That's okay. Where's a rock? Where's a rock? I've always got rocks. Okay, so that looks nice. That's what I was hoping for. I think I'm going to hit pause, and then I'll come back when I can do a flip. So, hold on. Okay, I think this is ready. Now, something I did, and I did it off camera, so I guess I should show you. Some little bubbles were trying to pop up under this label. And I simply took some hard kind of plastic, similar to acetate. This is just a CD cover. And I put it down, and I just gave it a really good, gave those bubbles a push down. I find if you just use your fingers, you can tear your paper. It can try and stick to your fingers. You can end up with a fingerprint on it. And I just find if you use something hard and plasticky, if you're concerned about whether it's still damp or not, just do that. But for me, it works nicely. Now, hold on, let's take those off. I'll reuse these. I love them when they're just slightly tacky. So when they've been used, they lose a little bit of their stickiness. And boy, I find that they're perfect. Then, there we go. So I'm just taking this off. It's done its job. There we go. Let's lift that up. So here you can see where the Mod Podge picked up the color of the Distress ink. I really love how that looks. I am not going to Mod Podge this side. I want the paper, just that feeling of the actual paper. I don't want to change it into sort of a glossy feeling. So I'm going to leave that alone. I will be sealing this though, because of those inks that I used on it. I'll be doing the psh, psh with the Mod Podge. So that's good. Now, where are we here? I thought it was glued shut for a second there. All right, so now I'm trying to remember what else I want to do. I still have things that I want to do in Juliet. And I won't know until I start. Oh, I know what else I wanted to do. I think I want to put an Ex Libris in it. Everyone pronounces that differently, so if you think I'm crazy, it's just the way I learned how to say it. My teachers and parents in that used Ex Libris when they pronounced it Ex Libris. I've heard some people say Ex Libri, Ex Libri. We just always said Ex Libris. All right, I do think I want that there. I still haven't decided on this. I was thinking of this sweet little bird here, and I still haven't ruled him out. There, he would go in there. Oh, a little lower, so that he runs off the page properly. I haven't ruled him out. I think he's lovely, and I think that helps in me wanting this to be more of an all sorts book rather than falling into my self-imposed trap of having a theme. And I think if I put a pretty girl there, then people would think, "Oh, it's the girl from the cover." And then I'm going down my theme tunnel, and I don't want that. So, now this is way too white. Way too white, but I want I just want to ink it, but I don't need all that inked. So I'm just taking off that edging while I ink. I think I'm going to play with a little bit of linen. And a little bit of gathered twigs. Now, where is my linen brush? There we go. Just so that it's a a little bit yellower, a little bit more yellow than how white this is. I think I am almost finished all the sorting and purging that I've been doing in my room. I may be close to being done. And it feels so good. It just feels wonderful. All right, so that's a little bit more yellow. And now I want to go around the edge with gathered twigs. And I may want to put a library pocket on the back and a library card. Let's see. I like my corners a little bit more dramatic. And then I almost want where the name is going to go to have a bit of a glow. So I'm going to get out the tape that I just used on the lace, and I'm going to put it here. Just gently. Oh, that side stuck down, and I want it a little bit, what direction am I going to do? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just deciding what direction my brush is going to go when I... You're being a stinker. Come on. Don't be a stinker. There we go. So that way the name part will have a bit of a glow. You'll see. You got to trust me on this. There we go. I'm going to blend that side a bit. It left a bit of a line there. Not so much on this side. There, let me stand up and show you. So see how the ink sort of goes around this square, but then it also goes around this edge, and where the new owner will put their name, or maybe they want the year that this was their journal. You know, it's their book. But now it's sort of just slightly a little bit more glowy there. I like that. How am I doing for time? 28 minutes. We're doing okay. So let's bring you back, and let's decide where you're going to go, miss. Oh, brushes everywhere. All right. Oh, and then I should show you something that I did a couple weeks ago, and I really am finding it very handy. So I want that up a little bit higher in case someone wants to collage on their end papers, which I certainly enjoy doing. I think I want that up there. Now, how much is that? So that's about 3/4 of an inch. Do I want it maybe half an inch? No, 3/4 is good. Faint pencil, because I'm going to just come up to meet it, but then I'm going to erase the pencil afterwards. Now this is a sticker already. I never trust these. So but I'm not going to glue the whole thing. What I'm going to do is just support the glue that's already there. So I'm simply going to give a little bit of art glitter glue just around the edge. I know that this was created with the intention of permanently being inside books. So I'm hoping that the manufacturer... Oh, there goes my timer. That's my new timer. Gosh, I don't like that. Now I'll be yelling at you even more so. Oh, stop. And now my phone's not recognizing my thumbprint. I got a new phone. Oh, stop. Well, I've got to finish this. Ignore that. Because my ink is going to start drying. My glue is going to start drying. And then I better figure that out. There we go. I eyeballed the centering that I want. Sorry about that. That's really irritating. All right, now let's try and... Stop. Ugh. All right. I need to get a new timer app. Because that was really irritating. Thank you for your patience. Oh, maybe... Oh, hold on. Maybe you want to be there. That's very pretty. And then I could leave the front for the new owner. Oh, and this, did I make this pocket? I did. Oh, I thought I did. That's a pocket. Oh, I need to have fun with that today. I think I like this little birdie over here. All right, so, you know what? Thanks for joining me today. Again, apologies for the irritating alarm going off. I'm going to have to figure out a new system for an alarm because, as I said, I went and got a new phone. I don't like that one. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your day. We'll get together over the weekend. I am hoping to get Juliet finished and maybe list her maybe by Sunday. So that's my hope. But we'll see. Anyhow, have a great rest of your day, everyone. We'll talk soon. Bye.